So, welcome to episode 33 of the Lightning Round. I'm your host, Lightning.
I'm that other host guy person of China. AR.
He's AR.
Yes.
Yes. And you're not from China.
I can be, in my mind.
However, apparently it's the year of the snake. The Chinese New Year just happened.
But I'm a chicken. Well, a rooster. Or other various terms of which you may giggle at in your sleep.
You're not a chicken, that's Scootaloo.
Actually, no, that's the year I was 93 as a rooster.
Oh, I think I was born in the year of the snake.
89? I want to say it was.
The year of the snake.
Yeah, that'd be 1988 or 89.
89.
89, that's what I thought, yeah. See, that is the snake. Dog is 94, I think. Is it? No. 96 is the dog. I think 94 is the horse. I don't remember. Moving on.
Right. We had Games Ponies Play.
Whee!
Was the episode for this week.
It was humorous.
AR, why don't you go ahead and get us the brief synopsis of that episode?
Brief. The main six go to Canterlot. They are there to invite... wait, no, not invite.
AR, they don't go to Camelot.
Trick question, I got you guys! The main six go to the Crystal Empire, where Princess Cadence is expecting an inspector for the Equestrian Games, which is basically a spin-off of the Olympics, but with ponies! Which makes me wonder, do they have jousting in this games? Anyway, so they're there to welcome a games inspector. Ooh, and do they screw things up badly? Because they get the wrong pony. Give her the tour of the town while the other pony gets splashed by water, etc., etc., etc. And eventually, things work out for the better. Rainbow Dash hit... Which, by the way, Rainbow Dash, when she hit the glass roof, that is the first time that Rainbow Dash fell onto a roof and it did not break. I mean, seriously, think about that. Every roof or any building she's hit.
I have to say, when she's sliding down the glass like that,
Rarity's expression was
just
great.
Visions of Up just appeared in my head because it was just so reminiscent of that exact scene in Up.
I had other ideas. I think what did they come to mind? I think Incredibles came to mind. Anyway, let's see. Right. Like I was saying, that is, I believe, the first time that she's ever crashed into a building and it not get hurt. Or not hurt the building, that is. She doesn't get hurt by anything. I mean, she crashed into a mountain at full speed. Which I don't get how she didn't see the mountain. Anyway, so, after the whole mix-up is fixed, that's it. The whole mix-up is fixed and they go home. The end.
Right.
That was the brief synopsis.
That was the brief synopsis. Well, there was a lot to talk about.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you just want a brief synopsis. Now we can talk about what parts we liked. Right. I love the reminiscence of the previous episode in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that was going to happen. I just knew that when they had, two episodes that intertwined with one another, that they were going to have scenes from the other one.
Oh, of course.
BT didn't believe me, and I had to prove him wrong.
BT didn't believe me. The idiot didn't know what hit him. Roth. I did like that. I love the humor in this. The story itself, perhaps what is it? I don't know. It felt lacking in something. I don't know what, just to me. But good story, good humor. This is... Who wrote the story?
This was,
Who was this one? Megan McCarthy? No, she's gone.
No. No, she's not gone. She's the head writer right now.
I know. Dash my hopes and dreams. It wasn't Corey. Was it Dave Polsky?
I think so. I think it was Dave Polsky that did this episode.
Oh, right. He didn't do a bad job. He tends to have some alright episodes. Entertaining. I'm still wondering how Rarity knew about the snow globes inside of the gift shop outside the train station, because she never looked at anything of them at all. Although Pinkie Pie did eat a Cinnabon, which are delicious and extremely unhealthy. I do not care because I'm 19 and I can survive something like that. Let's see. Rainbow Dash had some great facial expressions. She probably had the best facial expressions in this episode.
Well, this was kind of considered a Rainbow Dash episode, kind of, right?
Yes, more or less. It was like a Twilight, Rainbow Dash, rarity. You can have this part in this episode, Rick, sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I suppose. But, I mean, Rainbow Dash,
Hi.
the very beginning of this episode shows some
Rainbow Dad?
really shocking footage. Yes, we have a flashback in which we finally get to see at least one of Rainbow's parents.
Yes. Some people said her brother, but I'm like, no. No. Rainbow Dad makes more sense. And it sounds better than Rainbow Bro. Or Rain Bro. So, it'd be Rain Bro.
Rain Bro.
And then you have Rainbow Dad.
Rainbow Dad.
And then Mom. You got the perfect Rainbow Dash family. And then you have Rain Dog. Or Rainbow Dog. Or Bow Dog. There you go, Bow Dog.
They don't have a dog that can live in clouds still. Dogs can't fly.
Oh, yeah? You're right. So they attach some balloons to its tail. Wait. No, they have dogs in Cloudsdale. Didn't you see Rainbow Dash and the Biker Gorilla Presents? There was a puppy. They gave the puppy to Orion. And then it fell through the clouds and was never seen again. Which was hilarious. Right. So
they just said the rainbow making process works better when they're holding a puppy and a picture of their family.
in some crayons.
But and you know what's funny is that they've talked about Rainbow's dad here. First of all, really cool that he also has a rainbow mane and tail.
That's why I called him Rainbow Dad.
So that was really cool.
His cutie mark
but
looked
they
like
also,
a shooting star.
Right, they said it looks like a shooting star
Of rainbows.
So, I mean that'd be. Well,
so clearly,
I can't know what it is.
He's the mastermind behind Rainbow Road.
Right.
It all makes sense now. So, after the lovely flashback and amazing Philly Rainbow Dash, we resume back to the train station, which I will say, I think stuff is becoming to be is starting to have a more set location on the show now, where the train station, I don't even think it used to be near Twilight's house at all. I mean, like, the first thing you see outside Twilight's house was like a park or something.
And now the train station's right there.
They moved her tree outside of the town because she was nerding up the place.
Well, no, actually, I'm not sure where the library is located. I used to think the library was like in the center of town, but I think the town hall is in the center of town.
I would hope so. Well, they have their town hall in the outskirts of town. You don't belong in here.
Hey, you'd be surprised what some town halls are in certain places.
I don't even know where town hall is in my town. I know where the Commerce Hall is. That's about it. Hall of Commerce, or
right,
whatever you call it. I know where the police station is, and we do have a library right next to the police station in case someone steals a book or has an overdue book. Because the cops in my town are very bored. There's nothing going on here.
So now, there is one thing I want to mention when they're on the train.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know if you guys noticed it.
I did. Wait, what?
Fluttershy had the wrong cutie mark.
I saw that. I was reading the episode follow-up. I love reading those.
Yes.
Entertaining.
I mean, it's kind of funny to see these animation errors because it didn't happen just once. There was another part later on in the episode where Pinkie Pie has the wrong cutie mark, And
It's hints
you
to
know,
the new episode coming
well,
out soon.
it's not. I don't think so. I mean, they're just random, animation errors. It's just funny that the next episode happens to involve the switching of cutie marks.
How do they mix up cutie marks? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I know. That's something that I don't think they've ever done that before, at least.
Yes, they have.
One thing I loved about the episode follow-up on EQD is that they kept on calling the Crystal Empire Canada.
It really makes sense. I've thought about it. It makes so much sense. It really does.
It is in the north, I suppose.
It's in the Arctic. They're all kind. They all live in crystal houses. You can call snow crystals because it's crystallized water. There's nothing special about them other than the fact that they're crystally, which means they're cold. More than likely, they like maple syrup. And they love cinnamon buns. You know how Canadians love their cinnamon buns.
Right.
And they have a princess, like Canada does.
I don't think Canada has a princess.
Yes, they do. She's in Alberta. Underground. In
Right.
an iceberg. Next to Aang.
So anyway, the first thing they do when they get to the Crystal Empire is they go to the castle.
Which the castle was the same, just more shiny, essentially.
It was well, they were fixing it up. I do think, well, I mean, granted, I have to see a better picture of it, but I mean, I think it was a little bit different.
A little, not too much. It looked even more crystal-y, in the words of... Who the heck said that? It was crystallier.
Okay.
It was a lot more shiny. I love my grammar. It's like a 5th grader on sugar. So, with braces, even more so. Which I'm part of the Canadian Mafia because I have braces, a Volkswagen turbo engine Passat, and a leather jacket.
And I'm not Canadian at all.
Sure thing, M-dubs. So, let's see. Where were we?
Well, here's the thing.
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs away. Cap go hooves and do a little shake.
Yes.
Yes.
It was. I think.
You think
this is the first time that they get together, and the fate of Equestria is not hanging in the balance.
That is true, although it technically is. Did you see Cadence's hair? After Rarity did some things with it and skipped a step, which making Twilight's hair like a porcupine was a well-done animation and was humorous, and Twilight was very interesting.
I did like that part. Now here's one thing about this episode that I want, that I didn't even really think about it until I watched the episode again. But you've got the right away at the beginning, you have the person that runs in and says,
"We have two messages."
Yeah, you got 2 messages. First of all, the person that is supposed to do your hair is sick and can't come and do it, so you need to find someone else to do it.
Best of luck.
Which they get Rarity to do the job.
At least Rarity got to do something this season.
Right. And the second announcement was that the inspector was going to arrive hours ahead of time on the next train, so they have 15 minutes to do everything.
Yay!
Everyone freaks out except for Twilight.
I know, right?
In fact, Twilight keeps her cool for the entire episode, even after everything goes wrong.
And you're like, what happened lesson 0?
Well, it's not just lesson 0. Anytime something goes wrong, anytime there is a problem, she's always the one to freak out. In this episode, she kept her cool the entire time, and I mean, it's almost like they're setting up the next episode.
It's almost like she stole Rainbow Dash's coolness. No, that was terrible.
But,
you have no words.
Right. You know what I don't have any words for?
Moo?
No, this mare that they pick up. What was her name?
Scootaloo's mother.
No, it's not.
She had a chicken for a cutie mark. She was clearly Scootaloo's mother.
That is not canon.
All we know is that she is a Mustang from Mustangia. Which I spit in the general direction of them for coming up with such a ingenious name.
I don't know what her name is.
Meanwhile, at Hub Writing Center. So, Dave, what you got for the name of the place where the Mustang's from? Oh, yeah, Mustangia. Brilliant. Put it down on paper. Yes, sir, Mr. Wooten, Wooten, Woot.
Oh,
Wooten, Wooten, Woot. That is what I will call him. If I ever meet James Wooten, I will call him, hello, Mr. Wooten, Wooten, Woot.
Well, and here's the thing. They go to the train station. The only thing they know about this person that they're supposed to meet is that they have floral...
Okay.
Floral print bag.
Floral print bag. Now, I have to ask... How do you only know that information? As a matter of fact, how do you find out just that information? So, God, what do you have on the incoming game inspector? Oh, she had a flowery luggage bag. Really? What does she look like? Oh, I'm sure she was from Mustangia.
Well, and I don't understand. I mean, there's so many. Like, I think floral is like the most popular baggage.
Yeah, I mean, look at
this. There is.
Look at SpongeBob's sky. It's all flowers. Wait, that didn't have to do with luggage. Either way, it's just...
and this mare that they pick up, you could. It's almost too obvious that she's not this games inspector.
She didn't even have glasses. What is this?
Well, she did at the very beginning.
Oh yeah, then she lost them.
Well, she kind of like they got thrown off of her face when she
dances upon the bag, which is why I said that sounded like the guard guy said, "Oh, so what she looked like? Oh, I saw her bag." You only see her bag. What kind of a soldier are you? I wasn't looking very hard. Of course you weren't. You're probably looking at the cinnamon buns. Meanwhile, he's looking at the cinnamon buns. Wait, what? So
right.
It sounds like something that some guy just made up and like pulled out of his ear.
Well, of course, they get there and they talk to her. They don't say, "Oh, you wouldn't happen to be Miss Harshwinny, would you?" No.
They do say Miss Harshwinny. They do say her name. They do say that name when they're at the train station. That pony doesn't respond to that, though. They did. I remember. I have the episode on my Mac. I am opening it ever so slowly. I am opening this episode.
Well, I mean, the first thing that they say to her, I think, is, I know you weren't expecting us, but we're here to welcome you to the Crystal Empire.
That face right there is Rainbow Dash, and train station. Oh, go back. I found it. Oh, no. Hold on, I'm going to find it. You can go ahead and talk until I find it.
Right. Anyway, also,
quick note, there is a slash through her floral bag thingy of wonders. A nice little gash in it.
I don't know why. I don't know why that's important, but yeah, she does have a scrape on it or whatever.
Hold on. She has Brady's glasses.
Yeah.
How did she put them on her head?
Very carefully.
And they flew off right there and are never seen again.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain they called her Miss Harshwinny. I'm pretty certain it was either at the train station or in the castle when they were talking with her. I'm pretty certain they called her Miss Harshwinny.
I don't think they ever said it directly to her.
Either way, one or two of your fans will comment on that. Either one of the two fans you have will comment about that. Okay, 3. I'm sorry.
I have 156 subscribers. Thank you very much.
They feel sorry for you too. Sorry. um, right. Moving on. Where was I?
Right.
Where were we?
Well, they go to the spa and they start showing what's going on with Rarity and Princess Cadence. Apparently, power tools are involved in this.
That was actually a
delicate
curler?
operation.
My sister said so herself. She's like, that's a curler. I'm like, how the hell is that a curler? You take out some pony's brains with that. That's for the brain surgeon.
It's brain surgery.
Bing.
Well, and I mean, she's like, I decided to, take out step 12 because I thought it was optional and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, her hair just looks absolutely horrible.
Always
It
step
was
12.
ridiculous.
Never skip step 12. I did that once. I think I was playing Knights of the Old Republic. And it was one of those old map things I was looking at in the game.
Right.
That's such a great game.
Now, tell me. Well, okay. Actually, no. Never mind. I understand. When she's a Mustang that's open,
Open
traveling.
spaces.
Yeah. So she has claustrophobia,
No.
which is
Which, for those of you who don't know, that's a fear of heights.
no.
Okay, it's a fear of Santa Claus. Because claustrophobia.
Just
and
ignore.
Santa Claus.
Just ignore what AR is saying. Claustrophobia is the fear of tight enclosed spaces.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the Crystal Castle
Is huge.
is very wide open. I don't know what she has. I mean, this
She
is
felt like
a,
it was going to crumble upon her. It was poorly built. King Sombra got the poorest of the poor to build his castle for him.
You understand that the castle was around before King Sombra, right?
And he rebuilt it in honor of King
I'm pretty sure
Sombra.
he just changed it with his magic.
You changed it with his magic. Right. So, it is a huge thing. It even has a rotunda. I love that word, as well as Findingeldorf. Wait, no.
And it's very round.
Well, yeah, it's a rotunda. What do you expect? Which I have to ask,
Very
why does
big and round, known for its roundness.
I have to ask, why does the Mustang of all ponies know what a rotunda is?
Well, she's very well traveled.
No, maybe. She probably is, but still, I mean, a Mustang doesn't seem like the right kind of pony to know what a rotunda is. I barely know what a rotunda is. My sister's probably never. My sister's friend Mary thinks that's probably a rotisserie. Well, she didn't know accordions existed a few months ago. I don't know what she thought they were beforehand, but she didn't think they existed. I'm like, what did you think they were? Myth? The mythical instrument of the accordion, only played by Roman emperors. Stuff like that.
Right. Anyway,
Which would be awesome to
see. What'd you think about the welcome song that they did?
It was not as good as Pinkie Pie's welcome song. And they can't
Well,
count.
She didn't have her wagon. She didn't have her welcome wagon, so she couldn't do it.
And then one of the counts they were like 7, 9, 2, 3. I'm like, that is not how you count, ponies.
That's not how you count.
They did that. They're like 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm like, okay, 9, 7, 3, 2. I'm like, no, what? No, and it didn't even rhyme. Anyway,
they were just shouting out random numbers at that point in time.
Yeah, which Pinkie Pie also had a messed up cutie mark in that scene, but
yeah.
At first I thought the Mustang had to go to the bathroom and she had like a small bladder or short attention span, or both actually, like Timmy Turner.
She did have a short attention span, but she was trying to get outside for the entire time, so
yeah,
there's that.
Which technically, I don't know. Never mind. So, yeah. And then Rainbow Dash offers a tour because she runs outside and runs away. Rainbow Dash is like, we should give you a tour. Twilight's all, you idiot. We don't know the castle. I'm like, I know the castle, said Pinkie Pie from the corner. All the ponies turning their heads to look at her. Her grin wide with grinniness.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Actually, it did. Ish. More or less. Either way, she volunteered to give her the tour, and then she tried to describe Rotunda, and then we've already seen this episode, so we move on to
Shining armor?
No. Yes. Which is where he's training all the crystal ponies, which I have to ask, why is Shining Armor and Cadence not crystally?
Well, it doesn't even matter why they're not crystally.
No,
why
it does
is
matter.
Why is Shining Armor doing this job when he's the prince?
Because he's the prince. If he was
But he's not a coach. I mean,
I'm sure he's trained many soldiers in his youthful days.
Soldiers, not Olympic
sports,
you know,
killing enemies, sports, throwing a football, killing an enemy, slide tackling, throwing a spear. I don't see much of a difference.
It does not matter that he's the champion of, royal wife throwing, but I mean,
and that is how a divorce in Equestria is done.
Right.
I love that picture. But I do agree with you on that, but another question I have is, she's a Mustang. 1, she should be able to hurdle. 2, you'd think with all the traveling she's done, she'd be a bit less hyperactive to be outside in a sense, I guess.
Well, she mentioned that the train ride was really long and she was kind of cooped up for a long time, and then
that's when you run up and down the car.
Train, she was immediately greeted by these guys who took her on this tour and
it's tour.
Made her.
It's a tour, not a tour.
Right.
Yes, and then she gets a pot on her head, which I don't understand physics. And by the way, Twilight was calm and collected the entire time. And when Shining Armor says, "Twily," she's like, "Hello." I'm like,
I know.
What? That was my initial reaction, actually. So, running through the town, the Mustang of Mustangia has a giant pot on her head. Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash have chased after her. I don't know why Fluttershy went after her as well. Oh well. Either way, Rainbow Dash flew into the building. I laughed my head off.
Rainbow Dash actually had a little bit of trouble keeping up with her. She was actually running pretty fast.
Rainbow Dash could have gone faster.
So Rainbow Dash pulls the pot off and she stops abruptly, which sends Rainbow Dash flying into the spa. And Rarity's face
was amazing.
Is just priceless during this scene.
Just priceless.
It makes me laugh every single time I see that.
I love it. And the noise is amazing as well.
Oh, yeah. She's sliding down the glass, and Rarity's looking around like, what the hell was that?
The hell? Were her exact thoughts.
I know.
Opal? No.
And else in this
her
scene,
thoughts were Opal?
You can see that Princess Cadence's mane is actually starting to look semi-good.
Yeah, I still couldn't tell what the heck it was. Either way, Rainbow Dash became disoriented and they all found out, we got the wrong pony! Oh! And the Mandarks in the background going, ah! Ah! I fooled you all.
Right.
Yes. Is that a chocolate Luna?
And they said that Shining Armor wins best face for the episode.
Yeah. And she was flirting with him, and little kids don't understand flirting, and parents are like, oh, flirting. I remember when I did that with you, honey. You kidnapped me, shut up. And, that was terrible.
But I'm like, he's married, right?
Yes.
And they should know this because he's a prince.
Yes.
So why is she flirting with him?
Why is there a cup in my room? And more importantly, why is there a can and a bottle in my room? Like a glass Jarritos bottle. It's like a soda bottle. I don't know.
By the way, Rainbow Dash is
best pony.
Well, yes, but that goes without saying. But it's just her her physical appearance is all ruffled after she gets thrown into
Well,
the
yeah,
into the glass.
they did see the episode, so I think they
I know,
did.
but it's just this picture that I found. Just her expression is just
Priceless,
yeah,
dude!
it's amazing.
It's like insane! Yeah. At least they didn't do Shaggy. So is this a chocolate Luna?
What?
I'm looking at the nightly roundup. It looks like a
We're
chocolate.
getting there later. You're getting ahead of
But
yourself.
it looks like a chocolate Luna with an ice cream
point
bar, and I
of
really want
matter.
ice cream. Oh, I want ice cream right now. A popsicle.
Anyway,
Luna.
they decide that the real.
Actually, vitamins sound good right now, like the gummy vitamins. I don't know why. Moving on, or a glass of milk. Right. Where were we? Oh, yes. And essentially, the Mustang of Mustangia meets the pony of Ponesia, the Pony Polynesian Islands, and they're in the spa. She's like, I've had a terrible trip here. I can't believe what has happened to me. And the other one's, I've had a brilliant time. And yeah, they like have gossip hour, and then they all return to the spa, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Cadence, you're all done." She's like, "Yes, I am." And then the like where did I get inspector? The games inspector. I can't speak. Comes in like, there you are. So you've been here this whole time. You know what this means. No.
Well, and it's funny because she completely changed her
Demeanor.
perspective. She started out being rather stern and angry.
Well, I wonder
but
why.
I mean, as soon as they start talking to her, and they get the idea that she's been talking with this mayor that they've been hanging out with the entire episode, and she's been telling her all the great things about her welcome that she's had. Her expression changes completely to one of being very impressed.
Yes.
And then that happened.
And then the end, essentially. And they will be hosting the Equestria Games, and we will never see.
Well, yeah. I'm wondering if we're gonna see the Equestrian Games in season 4.
I don't know. Why are you asking me? Right. So, yeah. The end. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little breakfast.
But then again, I also like the fact that at the very end of the episode they had another shout out to the last episode, and they had the baggage collapsing next to Fluttershy, and they went onto the train and they showed the Spike and all the critters and the Cutie Mark Crusaders hiding underneath the seats.
Yes, my little breakfast. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little breakfast. And then you all share this bacon with me. Big adventure, tons of toast, lots of cereal, and tons of sugar.
AR.
Making an omelet, shout and scream. Then you got a lot of cheese and you got my little breakfast. Did you know that?
AR.
Yes?
Just stop.
No. I'm done.
Scores for the episode.
Scores for my singing, please, right below. 1-800 rate my singing.
That's not a
that is 1-800 rate my singing. Yes. Overall, enjoyable episode. Good comic relief. Decent story. Twilight is insanely calm. Rainbow Dash had great expression. Shining Armor is actually married. Mustangia is a real place. And games inspectors get covered in water repeatedly. And Philly, Rainbow Dash, and Rainbow Dad are amazing. So I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Ooh, space.
Well, yeah, I agree with all of that. I love the fact that they have actually got a little bit of character development going on. A lot of comic relief in this episode, like I said. I'm going to give it a 9.
And that about does it. What am I watching?
That does about do it. So let's
What am I watching?
move on. Um,
What? What?
what are you?
Sorry. I'm watching Captain Berry Punch. Alright.
Yeah, there was that.
Um,
I've actually, what the funny thing is that everyone knows about Captain Falcon from F-Zero and from,
Brawl.
Super Smash Bros.
That's right.
I've never actually seen an anime
What?
that he's been in.
What? Well, neither have I, but still, what?
I mean, I'm sure F-Zero was based off of a anime. I don't know if it was ever shown here in the U.S. though.
I don't know. They probably had a dub version somewhere. Like, I don't know. It's probably popular like Speed Racer was back in the day.
Back in the day.
Mahagogo, Mahagogo, Mahagogo.
Right.
See, I know Asian talk and burping talk
Right.
at the same time.
So, now, okay, I have a question to ask you about this Parasprite Panic thing. Is this official or was this fan made?
Well, by the looks of it, it looks a little bit fan-made. That is just me. I'm not entirely sure. But Hasbro does have poor quality board games, judging by the look of this board that they are on. And it does look as though the Parasprites are printed onto little, what are those things? Like little wooden tacks or whatever. And it looks like they just got some of the figurines and used those as well. I don't know about the die. Is that a triangle die? That is a triangle die. Wait, is that food over there? Sorry.
But I don't know. It's apparently this is on a DA page. So I'm guessing it's fan made.
It says right here, right?
It says that the main six, like each of the main six, have like different talents or whatever.
It says right here, right? Almost forgot. The game is fan-made and available for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah, there you go.
I will not be selling this, so some assembly is required. I'm talking scissors, label, paper, some glue, and maybe cardboard. I have made all the files available on my Demon account at http://parasprite.deviantart.com.
Yes. But what's funny is that they have, let's see here, what are some of the special talents they have? Fluttershy knows first aid and can stare down Parasprites. Pinkie Pie charms the Parasprites with music, and her friends with her infectious smiles. Twilight Sparkle is a natural leader, and a master of teleportation. Rarity can detect
I thought it was
dojers
going to
as
say a
easy
master
as
of
gems,
disguise.
and levitate objects from a distance. Rainbow Dash can fly. No, really. I didn't know Rainbow Dash could fly.
I didn't.
And create tornadoes that suck up in Parasprites and occasionally little pieces of Ponyville.
Whoops.
Applejack kicks rubble out of the way of her friends and can corral the Parasprites with the help of her trusted dog, Winona.
Wow, Twilight has a useless power in this entire thing.
Well...
Although I thought when you said master of, I was like, disguise?
No.
I'm going to be the master of disguise. But, my sister's favorite movie of all time.
So this entire thing is actually based off of season 1, episode 10.
Yes, we did a watch and review of that with Rob Cakeran. That was fun. He was partially drunk.
Nice.
And then it got taken down. Well, just blocked in the U.S. So we still have people watching it, shockingly.
Just not in the U.S.
No, not in the U.S. anymore, no. I watch in the back of my mind on occasion. A group was created for that, the Suicidal House Group. Please go and join them in their cause to help poor suicidal houses. They have nothing to live for anymore. They are abandoned and alone in Ponyville, and they sit there and then they start thinking, and then suicide comes to mind. This group is set out to help these poor defenseless houses from killing themselves. Please go and support them. That is the Suicidal House Group at deviantart.com. You can find it on my favorites on DeviantArt.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding you. A Suicidal House Group was made because of our watch and review.
Okay.
I don't think that is their like logo or motto or slogan thingy that I said, but I made stuff up and it worked. Is that food? I keep questioning if that's food in the top right corner of that picture. Anyways,
Anyway,
anyway,
um,
anyways.
next thing that they put up here is kind of interesting. An MLP spin-off series has been rumored.
Has been
This is actually not the first time we've heard of it. When they were talking about season 4, they also mentioned that there was some kind of spin-off that they were planning. This goes into a little bit more detail about what they're talking about. They're saying that it's revolving around their IP, Equestria Girls, and that it was, it's supposed to be possibly humanized.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just sounds odd to me. I kind of like ponies to stay ponies in the canon universe, personally.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. I mean, you just can't have the canon series now becoming like fan fictions everywhere. Unless they do My Little Dashie, then I'll be alright with it.
I mean, we'll see what happens because it could be good, but I'm not.
It's all rumors, so we really can't say anything much at all. I've never really heard of it until now, actually, so.
Yeah. So, in other news, they've also got
A new story.
stuff.
Princess Don't Potty. Celestia wants Twilight and her friends to loosen up a little bit around her. Luna just wants to try and hide the cider. Wait, try to hard cider. Oh. Despite a surprise visit to Apple Acres and tail end of cider season, Princess Luna has just a bit too much to drink, and when she makes a rather inappropriate joke, Twilight comes to the very uncomfortable realization that she has never seen Celestia excuse herself to use the restroom. Okay.
This story made it on EQD, by the way.
No, yeah.
I'm
gonna read it while you talk to people. I'll be right back.
right, of course you are.
Click.
Anyway, Tara Strong's birthday is
Today.
Today, right? Or I guess
It was today or yesterday. Either way, she's not going to be watching this, so we don't wish you a happy birthday.
Well, I don't care if she's not watching it. I still wish her a happy birthday. They made the cool little animation. Are you Twilightlicious, which was kind of funny.
Are you Twilightlicious? Which I have not read that yet. I've just not seen that yet.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna go click it while you talk.
It was funny. It was just something little that was done. Apparently, I'm not sure if they got her to do that at like BronyCon or something like that, but it's actually Twilight, or it's actually Tara doing the voices in the video. That was pre-recorded, so it was okay. Kind of funny.
I see. Okay, I found it. Yes, I believe it is her birthday today. That's right. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I believe it is her birthday today. What is the date? Ah, crap! I got jury duty on the 19th. Dang it! I want to go to jury duty, and then I got to go to Oregon after that, and I got to miss a week of school. Oh, yeah, so I will be gone. I'll be in Oregon from Thursday to... Actually, no, I'll be back on, like, Friday. I'll be gone from, like, Tuesday to Friday or something like that. Going to Oregano. They have oregano there in Oregon. It's their main import. And no, I mean import. I didn't mean export.
Anyway...
it's like his favorite word.
There's also a new media outlet that's coming out.
Oh.
Ponyville Live.
Never
Apparently
heard of it.
that actually goes live tomorrow.
What is it? I never heard of it.
It's supposed to be very much like Celestia Radio or Everfree Radio.
Oh, YouTube.
And let's see here. It says that they're going to be featuring 4 distinct radio streams. A video stream, an audio-visual team who will be attending a number of major cons this coming year. 85 of the community's fun artists. And on February 14th, they'll be launching and include interviews with guests across all of our stations, marathons of artist-created content, gaming tournaments, and lots of other stuff like that.
Essentially, what we're saying, go check them out, stop listening to us, and go check them out.
Well, they're not up yet. Well, by the time this goes out, they will be.
Yeah, exactly. For all we know, it could be like 2015 and they're listening to this. Some poor sap who still has a computer. Anyway.
What, they're not going to have computers in 2015?
No. They'll be obsolete by then.
Right.
Or
they'll just have better computers.
Nope. They'll have tablets.
So, AR, do you want pony toys with cutie marks on both sides or one side?
Both. I think everyone voted for that. Who?
Well, not everyone, but I mean,
oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. There's those poor saps out there who believe that one side is good enough for me. I'm like, you're a loser.
We got 89.59% of the vote went to both sides, but there was still 10.41% that went to one side.
Also known as 1,530 imbecilins. Yes.
Okay.
Imbeciles. Imbecilins.
Yeah, we understand.
I don't. Right.
One of the finale songs has been leaked.
I've listened to it.
I have not.
It's good. Maybe a bit addicting because it's stuck in my head right now because you mentioned it. Either way, it's not bad. All I can say is that Rainbow Dash needs to have more songs of her own.
Right.
She is yet to have a song of her own. I think she is the only character where she needs her own song. Spike doesn't count because he said Spike is great, making a jewel cake. That's Spike's song. That is his song.
Let's see here. Pinkie Pie had Smile. Fluttershy had So Many Wonders. Rarity had Art of the Dress.
And then she also had Becoming Popular.
Twilight
had every other song.
Well, Twilight, I don't know.
I was prepared to do my best. Thought I could handle any test. That's not really...
Well, even that song had Spike in it.
Well, yeah, but...
Did she ever have a song that was just her?
BBBFF?
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Well, no,
Love is in Bloom.
Had backup.
Love is in Bloom?
Yeah, okay, well, Love is in Bloom.
Was amazing. So, my friend played that at a wedding.
Applejack had Raised This Barn.
Rainbow Dash had nothing.
Rainbow Dash doesn't have one. That's what we've been saying. Rainbow Dash doesn't have one.
I mean, heck, Scootaloo, Apple Bloom, and Sweetville have more lines in the song than they do, and she does. Scootaloo gets her own song. Seriously.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Scootaloo doesn't have her own song.
Yeah, the Cutie Mark Crusader. She sang most of that by herself.
Well, yeah. That was a horrible song, though.
It was still her own song. She sang most of it by herself. I give her credit for that. I would have done what she had done, too. Okay. Except I would have been playing the guitar. And then failing, because I can't play and sing at the same time. I can't. I'm not that hand-eye coordinatedness. Yes. It's one of those things where you try to pat your head and rub your belly, and pat your belly and rub your head. And then tap your foot along with that, too.
So, now, you're familiar with Forbes magazine, right?
Which magazine?
Forbes?
Maybe?
Because Forbes magazine is supposed to be pretty, like, prestigious.
What is it?
It's a magazine that talks about different. God, it's it's a news magazine, so I mean it talks
Oh,
about
yeah, I've
different.
never heard of it.
But this one, it, I was surprised. Actually, mentioned it had a whole article on the whole um
My Little Pony.
well more the fight in his magic debacle that's been going on.
Oh, yeah, debacle. Yeah.
That's the best word I can use to describe what is
I
going
thought it was
on here.
pronounced debacle.
No.
Oh, I would have said debauchery. It's a better word. And just sounds awesome, too. Debauchery!
Skyrim and My Little Pony. Infringement is magic.
Wait, debauchery
Anyway,
was from SpongeBob, too.
well, it wasn't
Yeah.
from there. It might have been used in there.
Well, yeah, but it didn't originate in Skyrim. I mean, it came out before Skyrim with a SpongeBob episode, and before then they used it in another show like
No, I was just looking at the. There's another article.
debauchery. All right,
But
moving on.
what? I guess what do you think about this whole
Issue?
Yeah, the whole issue itself.
I think they became too big for their own good. That's really one of the big issues that was behind it.
That is kind of
Because they were so well known. They went to conventions and were doing well. I mean, they were invited to a non-Brony convention, and they got, I think, what, third place? Fourth?
Fourth. They were talking about Evo, which
They got
is
fourth place at Evo, and
Evo is a very, very big fighting game convention. I mean,
yeah,
you know, you were talking about the, you know, probably not one of the biggest gaming conventions and the biggest fighting game convention. And I mean, you
yeah,
get
exactly. And
top champions of like fighting games that go there. So
let's see, but I really just think they just got too big for their own good. I mean,
but that's kind of the point, right? I mean, the whole point of these games are to get
not
popular.
necessarily, but it was soaking up so much attention, I think, and also, I mean, look at a lot of the people involved with My Little Pony themselves were looking forward to this game as well. It was mostly the issue with trademarks and names, I believe, was the whole issue. It really was down to that because you do have to buy rights to use someone else's name because they have their copyrights on the names Twilight Sparkle and such like that. And if you want to do something like that, give it to people and they're not selling it, no, but still, you need permission to use it. It's a whole idea with the copyright laws. They're very complex and a lot of crap in it, which is why I'm not happy I'm the producer of a video project. But there's a lot that goes behind copyright, and yeah.
I mean, it's been the big issue this weekend, and it's getting a lot of people paranoid. You know, this comes along with Friendship is Witchcraft being taken down.
That wasn't really Hasbro in a sense. Hasbro, yes, they got noted by YouTube to take down videos that were Hasbro related, but YouTube was the ones who more took down the videos themselves. Hasbro was still behind it, but I mean, Hasbro didn't literally say, take down your videos. YouTube just used their automatic, bleep, gone, bye-bye. And so, but now they have a website for their videos and such, so you don't really have to worry that much. And it is a parody. Hasbro really can't do much over parodies. Fighting is Magic is not a parody. It's a game. So you can't really say much there, but with parodies like Friendship is Witchcraft, Hasbro really, they're not going to bother with that at all. So they're on a website now, and they'll be fine for the most part.
I kind of hope they get more videos out.
Oh, they will.
It's been a while.
Yeah, they will. They're just recuperating from stuff, and also probably just using this time to their advantage to create more videos and write more stuff. But oh well. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Close to it. I don't think there's too much to talk about.
Yeah, should we ask them how
I
their
did
days
want to
were?
mention that it's getting close to the end of season 3. Obviously, we got the season finale that's coming up next week. For us, that means that episode reviews are going to be dwindling down now. And for those of you that have been around for most of the time that we've had this podcast,
we're so sorry.
You'll know that 16 weeks ago or whatever, however long it was when the season started.
I wasn't even here.
Before this whole thing actually, before season 3 started, we were doing interviews over the summer.
I wasn't even involved in those. I think just one.
You were.
That was before
you were there
my
for the
time.
Rob Cakrin. You were there for the Rob Cakrin interview.
Yes.
But anyway, that'll be coming back then. We'll be doing more interviews.
Yay!
We've already got some potential people that have lined up.
Myself.
March 9th will be our first interview, and I've got to get in touch with Writer's Block.
Ooh, fancy. Wait, I'm going to have to talk with him? Oh, no.
So, Writer's Block is the first one that's so far has been interested in coming on and talking with us. I've also been in talks with the team from Journey of the Spark, and
some people might not know what that is, because I know I didn't know what it was.
Well, that's why we're having an interview with them. Journey of the Spark is the fan-made feature-length film that they've got coming out. It's actually pretty popular and highly anticipated right now, so we'll get to talk with them.
Double Rainbow.
Well, yeah, and Double Rainbow, maybe we'll have an interview with them if we can actually get a hold of them. I know that
feature-length movie. You know how long it takes to put together a movie?
Well, yeah, they actually said that they're planning to release it in like 2015.
Yeah, like I said, it'll be some years.
So, I mean,
I hope it's not another Dawn's Dusk thing. That happens, if you recall.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
That was a letdown.
Well,
I did like the song.
We'll see if they put out more episodes of it, though.
Dawn's Dusk, yeah, let's see if they'll improve. I believe they can. The animation isn't horrible right now.
I've also been talking to Final Draft. We'll see if we can't get him on for an interview and talk about Everfree Radio. Actually, that's now Everfree Network, so they're getting really big over there, so we'll see if we can't get in touch with him. Reminder to everyone that me and AR are going to be going to Fiesta Fresh.
There you go.
Did you say that you were going to make it to BronyCon as well, or are you not going to that?
No.
Okay.
As if I can get to BronyCon, please.
I'm going to be going to BronyCon.
Unless someone wants to buy me a ticket, I'm not going to BronyCon.
Well, right. Anyway, so I'll be going to BronyCon. We'll see if we can't get some interviews at either of those conventions.
Probably Fiesta Fresh would be better. Plus,
yeah, because we're both going to be there.
Yeah. We can interview Surefire.
I suppose. I was thinking more cast and crew from the show, but yeah. We'll have a whole bunch of stuff. We can actually do a whole trip,
video vlog?
Video. Yeah, it'd be cool.
It'd be interesting, but I mean, the only entertaining video vlogs of that would be from my perspective, because I'll be with 2 other people. Well, maybe 2 others. 1 other person at least. I wouldn't be talking with myself in the car. I've done that before. Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, once we get there, I can't wait to see just the kind of shenanigans that go along with being in a room with six other people. But
I am insane. Hence my name.
Yeah. One other thing I did want to talk about before we actually close out is that the top 10 videos of January has popped up.
I was hoping he'd forget about that.
No, I'm not going to forget about this because it's amazing.
His opinion.
I thought that there were... I mean, okay, first of all, they had the My Little Portal episode 3. They added that in there.
It was good. I liked the beginning of it.
I like where they're going with it. Finally, it's actually gotten to the point where in the story where you're actually getting an actual story from it.
I do love the beginning with Rainbow Dash, though. I'm like, oh, she turned into a robot.
Right.
Um, Very interesting series so far, what I've seen. I'm surprised that... No, wait, I think that released in February, actually. The Phoenix Wright, the Turnabout Storm, Part 4 of 4.
Yeah.
Was that in January, or was that in...
That was January,
Oh,
yep,
it was.
because they had that in the honorable mention.
I see. I was wondering why that wasn't up there.
Yeah, Part 404 came out there, and...
You know why? It
course,
didn't make top 10? Because it wasn't the end. It was Part 4 of 4, but now they're making it Part 5 of 4.
Part 5 of 4. God damn it.
I saw that coming too. I'm like, there's no way this is long enough to finish it. At the end of it, said, oh, wait, Part 5 of 4. I'm like, you jerks! I sat here for an hour expecting some story to unfold before me, and you go and make some other episode.
It was an hour and 20 minutes.
You were an hour and 10 minutes. Anyways, entertaining. That is one of my favorite series going on right now, next to the Doctor Who's an Assistant series.
They also had Shy. There was a PMV called Shy in this.
It was interesting.
And, well, it was not only interesting, but I was incredibly impressed with the editing they did for that. It's some of the best video editing I've ever seen in a PMV before. I mean, it was cool, right?
Yes.
Of course, Saberspark's video made it in there, the Brony 101 about Alicorns.
I never did see that.
He was just fed up with the fact that everyone was freaking out, and he's like, you really just need to, stay calm.
Well, of course we're gonna panic. Twilight's getting wings.
And for some
seriously,
reason, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. She's getting wings. She will be able to fly. The point of her learning to walk on cloud spell is now pointless to her, because she can walk amongst the clouds. And also, she will remain short forever, forever a short, instead of alone, forever a short.
I thought she was taller.
Not really, no. She's shorter than most other. Actually, I think she's the same height as Rarity, but she's taller than Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is the midget of the group. Pinkie Pie is Pinkie Pie. She can be however tall she wants. Applejack is the average pony that no one really takes concern of how tall she is. Fluttershy, I believe, would be a bit taller.
Yeah, Fluttershy's pretty tall.
Gummy is still the best pony out of all of them.
He's not a pony.
He can be. In his mind.
So where did this whole thing about ponies sliding into boxes become a thing?
Because of the first video. Second of all, the second video for that was hilarious. I think I found that the day after it uploaded. I'm like, oh, more? I'm like, marshmallows. Candy. Nails.
And then Celestia dies.
The end.
That was 2 snacks, by the way. Apparently, that's the same people that do the, Two Best Sisters Play videos.
It is. That's why it was the voice of. It was one of their voices. It was the.
Yeah, I did. You could definitely recognize the voice, so that was kind of cool. Ponies with hats. They brought out, obviously that made it into the list, and I was very happy with that because Ponies with hats was just great.
Rosemary did a great job.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because obviously they had the whole joke with hands at the end of that episode, and of course it's just great that they were able to use Lyra for that joke,
Yeah.
Because when you crave hands.
But actually, it was interesting because I was reading a little picture-esque thingy where it was Rarity and Lyra sitting next to each other, and Rarity had all these things of, who seems more attracted to humans. They said Rarity believes in like French couture dresses. She believes that it's wrong for ponies to be naked all the time, or see some person to see them naked, stuff like that. And so Lyra sits in a chair funny once. So it was just this for Rarity, yeah.
And then, of course, the animations from the Brony documentary made #1 for this month.
Which didn't surprise me. I expected Jan Animation to get into this top blah.
Well, yeah, and Jan Animations, I mean, I love the animation segments from the Brony documentary. They didn't add it in the clip that they showed in the top 10 list, but the end of it, where they have Tara Strong's OC that comes in and talks to him, that whole part of that animation was really, really cool.
Yes, it was. Now,
and then there was My Little Dashie as well.
Wait, what?
That was like #5 or #4 on the list was Rainbow Dash Presents My Little Dashie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here was My Little Dashie. Yeah. The Flim Fan philosophy has now gone to the point where it's not even resemblant of the story that they're making fun of now.
I know. It was just so far off that, I mean, you could barely even call it My Little Dashie
My name is
anymore.
Fluttershy. You know, it took you 2 weeks to find out that Fluttershy was the element of kindness. I'm sorry. Reminds me of Shy-Do.
Yes, Pinky agrees.
Yes, Pinky agrees. It reminds me of Shy-Do, where she says, I'm sorry. Have I showed you Shy? I did show you Shy-Do. Okay, I think. I don't remember. Daring Do talking with her subconscious, did I show you that?
Yeah, we've been over that.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
No, did you see the whole thing with what's going on with Living Tombstone? I was kind of surprised. I was curious as to what that was when it came out, and
I don't know what
it's a parody off of the Hey song.
Oh, that thing.
Used. Yeah, the one that has He-Man in it or whatever.
In the morning and I step outside.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sounded just like him.
That was horrible.
Thank you.
Anyway, they did that. They did one with Living Tombstone. It was actually pretty funny. So
yeah.
I mean, if you haven't seen that, check that out because that was pretty
Don't
good.
do it. It's a trick.
It's not a trick. It was funny.
Yes. Clearly, it was. Is that all?
We're done here.
Oh, okay.
So next week we'll have our review of the season finale.
Yay.
The world may end, so we'll find out.
Many may leave the fandom. We will find out for sure.
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to reserve any judgment until afterwards. So.
Yes. So, for now, I have been the great and fanciful AR.
And I'm Lightning. And
well, there's no drama in that at all. It's just I'm Lightning. I'm like, that's just like boring. You gotta come up with some like oomph for that. He's DJ M Dubs in his house.
DJ M Dubs
in his house. The Canadian his
Dear
house.
Lord, I'm not Canadian.
Sure. North Dakota counts as a subdivision of Canada.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Don't look back, it's too late to turn back now. Push through, daring do, you're gonna make it out alive. This time you won't let the danger overcome you. You know that every pony in this world still needs you. Daring do, don't back down or let evil defeat you. Don't turn around when everything falls apart. Just don't back down, just keep running, just look ahead. everywhere, no one in sight. The smell of adventure in the air. When it seems like your world has turned around, no one can stop you, so never back down.
Obstacles are in front of and behind you, but the fear deep inside, you know it blinds you. Take a leap and we will catch you as you fall. You know with your courage you can overcome it all.
Don't turn around when everything falls apart. Just don't back down, just keep running, just look ahead. You might be losing, but you're not dead. Hold on, hold fast, keep going, never back down.
But the top ponies never ever give up. Life can seem like it's a little bit rough, but the top ponies never ever give up. Enough, I wouldn't be where I sat and groaned and moaned about the times that I felt alone. I grew a backbone and I told myself and made a promise to never ever give up. I'm a stroller, don't need a clover for luck, high roller. Game bottles will a buck if you stand up. Life only just gets over. Never give up and your cup runneth over. Not I'm up a stumble when I toss my frown. Continue moving up, never falling back down. And around this time I should say to you that you should follow the lifestyle of daring do. I used to be just depressed and messed, expressed to impress like a dang contest. Bang bang, I just dropped a couple of audibles. Trust me when I say nothing is impossible. Where'd the beat go? Oh snap.
Stop, don't turn around when everything falls apart. Just don't back down, just keep running, just look ahead. You might be losing, but you're not dead. Hold on, hold fast, keep going, never back down.
Life can seem like it's a little bit rough, but the top ponies never ever give up. I said life can seem like it's a little bit rough, but the top ponies never ever give up. Life can seem like it's a little bit rough, but the top ponies never ever give up. Life can seem like it's a little bit rough, but the top ponies never ever give up.